Hi, this is Lauren from LSP Actions, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how you can add a newborn baby to the bucket section of the LSP Golden Glass digital background shot by Ana Brandt. For an overview of everything that's included and how to get started, please do watch video 1. I'm going to be jumping straight in with the edit. Video 1 shows you how to open, view the layers and what each layer does. So let's get started. To add a baby into the bucket, or it doesn't need to be a baby, it could be a toddler, it could be a dog, entirely up to you, but I'm going to be going with a newborn baby. First you need to make sure that you turn the bucket layer on. So that is, you can do that by clicking in this little box here and clicking the eye icon and you'll see the bucket has appeared. You can turn this on or off. You also have Sleigh, dough bowl and the shallow bowl here. But for this tutorial it's the bucket we're going to be working with. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit now. And you can see the bucket here. Now this bucket isn't already ready masked because you may wish to have baby hanging over the edge a little bit, entirely up to you, but I'm going to show you a few techniques you can use to mask the baby in. Now this digital background is lit from the left, so if you've lit from the right you're going to need to flip the baby when you add them in. I'm going to show you how to do that too. So to add your subject in, you first need to make sure you click on the place your subject here layer, up here, this is the orange one. You can either copy and paste or come up here to File and choose Place Embedded. I'm going to use this shot here by Ana Brandt. Now this baby was already shot in a bucket, so that's going to make it super easy to composite in, but if not you could shoot baby on the beanbag. As long as they are in this kind of position, you could even add a little bit of a beige or a goldy fabric underneath to make compositing even easier. Ideally you want the background to be around this colour, kind of a pale grey, a very light neutral or a white, because that's going to make cutting out these edges and blending even easier. And you could add the baby using the LSP digital actions. They are over here. Just get the actions up. These do not come with this set, but they make compositing so much easier because you can add the baby in by playing this action and add all the editing layers you need. But I'm going to be showing you how to do this by hand. So add the baby in. I like to come up here to the opacity and take this down a little bit so we can see the digital background underneath the baby. Hold down Ctrl or Command T to bring up the transform box here and resize the baby to fit the bucket. If the baby image is lit from the right, like this one is, you're going to need to flip the baby. So right click and choose Flip Horizontal at this point. And that means the light matches up, because nothing gives away a digital background more than the light not matching, kind of coming from two different directions. So once you've positioned baby in, you can double click or hit enter, bring that opacity back up again, come down here to the little icons on the bottom of your layers panel and click the layer mask, add a layer mask here. It's like a rectangle with a circle inside, and you'll see that's added a white layer mask to your subject box. Control or Command I, this is just the way I do it. You can mask in your own way. There are so many different ways. This is just the way I like to do it. Control or Command I, that turns the layer mask black, meaning this layer is now hidden. White means show and black means hide. So go ahead, select your brush, set it to white. I like kind of a semi-hard brush here with a medium kind of flow, and just start painting the baby in. And it's okay to go over the edges a little bit because you can then switch to a black brush and hone this. But there are many ways you can make a selection using Photoshop. Now I'm leaving some of this original blanket in because I think that actually works really well with this bucket. It's a similar texture. It means the shadows are already there, which is really helpful. And it makes the editing a lot easier. If you've shot baby on a different colour, on something less than ideal, that's fine. It just means you need to get in a little bit closer and be a little bit more savvy with your editing and your masking. So switch to a black brush to hide again once you've got the rough subject selection showing. I like to make this quite hard and come in nice and close and just start painting away the background. What you don't want is a kind of a halo appearing around your subject like this. So if you don't get close enough, you can see there's a halo. So what you need to do is make sure you get really close and take your time, because a believable composite is worth the time it takes. But if you find that you're unsure of anything when it comes to compositing and using digital backgrounds, I really do recommend the LSP Digital Background Photoshop Action Applicator Kit, which you can go ahead and get on the LSP Actions website, because that will help you with everything. It helps you blend baby, apply the baby, add all the shadow and shading and brightening and all the layers you might need. I do recommend editing the skin first before you add the baby in, but if you've done the File Place Embedded option, you'll notice your baby layer has this little icon next to it. You can double click that and this will open up your image as a separate image up here. And edit any editing, tripping over my words, any editing steps you take with that image will be reflected back onto the digital background. So I'm just going to give this baby a quick skin edit, but I'm going to speed this bit up because this is not a skin editing tutorial. I'm using the LSP Signature Newborn Photoshop Actions, the Skin Pro Perfect, just to remove any of the blemishes and the marks on the skin whilst leaving the texture intact. Red Fingers and Toes action too, and the baby soft skin. And once you've completed your editing steps, if you needed to, you can just flatten this down, Control or Command S. You can also save, go to File, Save as a Copy, and save this as an edited version too. And you'll notice this has bounced back edited to the digital background, which is really cool. So that's adding a baby there to the bucket using the Golden Glass digital background. And you'll notice you have some subject shading here. You can grab a white brush, set to soft, low flow, and you can add a little bit more shading over your subject if you want to. I recommend being very, very light-handed with this one. And you can also add shading to the prop if you need to. So if I've already used the blanket that was included with this digital, with this original image, sorry, but if you haven't and you wanted to add some more shading, you can grab a white brush and you can add this into the prop. And when you're done, you can go up to File, Save as a Copy, or Save As if you're using an older version of Photoshop to save a JPEG version. I do recommend not saving this as the original PSD because you're going to write over the original, but if you do, it's no problem because you can re-download from the LSP Actions website. If you want to save the PSD with the layers, you can go up File, Save As. And you can watch the other video tutorials for editing in the bucket, the sleigh, the dough bowl, and the shallow bowl, and also the base empty layer. So enjoy the tutorials. I hope that helped. Enjoy this beautiful digital background. I'm Lauren. Thanks for watching.